Generation Z is roughly a group of people who were born between 1996 and 2010 and spend an average of just about 3 hours a day watching videos online.
There's a massive gap in terms of understanding this younger generation.
I actually think people are broken down into niche interests over age groups. Every new platform that pops up, everyone's reaction is, oh yeah, but that's just kids. 2 or 3 years' time, that platform age up, becomes a full platform where everyone's spending money. These kids now are social natives to a point that we can't quite understand. I'm 32, I was 19 when I joined my first social network. Think about platforms as stages, right? This is a platform, there's other platforms in this event system, but what happens on stage will dictate who is actually in the audience, rather than the mechanic of the room is kind of irrelevant, right? But if every day what happens on this stage is someone comes up and does something funny, it'll end up being a stand-up comedy place, whereas if someone goes and talks about rocket science, that'll end up being the rocket science room. So the content of what people say is much more valuable, much more important than the network.
They need something that hits their identity, that is a social currency. It's the sort of thing that they can talk about in the playgrounds and everywhere else they meet. So you have to have that authenticity.
70% of the stuff we make, I don't particularly like, right? Because if it's not targeted roughly towards me, I probably shouldn't like it. And if you're targeting a 15-year-old gamer and you're a 45-year-old that doesn't game, if you do like that content, there's something wrong with it.
We have to understand, and this has to appeal to everybody. It doesn't, because the Gen Z audience are different. They're different to us.
That ability to have your brand and have what you've created disappear if you get things wrong is really important for people.